Good morning, my dear students. How are you? So, as we have completed our chapter number 7, so now that was chapter number 7. From chapter 1 to 7, it is your portion for first term exam. Chapter 1 to 7 is your portion for first term exam, and next, the chapter number 8, we are going to start. Chapter number 8 is more about plants. So you all know what are the plants. Plants are the small living organism. Plants are the living organism. So today this chapter we will discuss about the types of plants and speciality of the plants, parts of the plant, root system, shoot system. So many things we are going to discuss in this chapter. So let us start with the types of plants. So my dear student, plants are of different types. Plants are of different types. We can classify the plant into herbs, shrubs, trees, creepers and climbers based on their size as well as the type of stem they have. Again I'm repeating, plants are of different types. We can classify the plants into different types, that is herbs, shrubs, trees, creepers and climbers based on the size as well as the type of stem they have. So just we will see that the various types we are seeing here. We can see here neem is a tree. This is a tree which are long in shape. Then tomato is a herb. Cotton is called as a shrub. Cotton is called shrub, whereas grapes can be called as climbers, whereas watermelon will be called as creepers. So these are the types of plants we can see in our daily life with their example. Neem is a tree, tomato is a herb, watermelon is a creeper, grape is a climber, whereas a cotton is a shrub. So these are the types of plant we see in our daily life. Let us see what are the different qualities of each type of the plant we see through in our daily life. So first we will talk about trees. So trees are the tall plants that have thick main stem called the trunk. What are the trees? Trees are the tall plants that have thick main stems. So we can see the structure of a tree. So this is a structure of a tree, and this is called trunk. This is called trunk. So trunk is the main stem and it is usually thick. Trunk is the main stem which is usually thick. So trees are the tall plant with thick stem called the trunk. The example of the trees we can give as mango tree, banyan tree, etc. Okay. Next we will talk about shrubs. So just we have seen the example of a shrub. Which is a shrub? Tomato is a shrub or cotton is a shrub? Cotton is a shrub. Shrubs are the medium sized plant with hard woody stem. That is, the stems of the plants or shrubs we can say are hard and they are usually wooden in color. So we can say shrubs are the medium sized plant with hard woody stems. What are the shrubs? Shrubs are the medium sized plants with hard woody stems. Example of shrubs we can give as hibiscus, lemon, rose and cotton plant. So what are the example of shrubs? Shrubs examples we can give hibiscus, lemon, rose and cotton plants. So shrubs are the medium sized plants with hard woody stems. Next we will talk about herb. So herbs are the small sized plant with soft stems. What are the herbs? Herbs are the small sized plant with soft stems. Example of herbs we can give tomato, brinjal and wheat. So herbs are the small plant with very soft stems. Example of herbs are tomato, brinjal and wheat. Next we will talk about creepers. So what are the creepers? Creepers are the plant with very weak stem, just like we have seen in the case of watermelon. It is so weak that it cannot make the plant straight up, to make the plant stand straight. The creepers of the stem of the creeper plant is so weak that it cannot hold the plant stand upright, so they generally lie along the ground. Or they grew along the ground. So creepers grew along the ground. Examples of creepers we can give as watermelon, pumpkin, and gourd plant. What are the gourd plants? Like this bitter gourd, bottle gourd. These all come under the creepers. Next we will talk about climbers. So next we will talk about the climbers. So what are climbers? Climbers are the plant that also have weak stem, but they does not lie along the ground. Actually, they grow along taking the supports of the various objects. What are the climbers? Climbers are the plant which do not grow along the ground but grow by taking the support of the nearby objects such as walls, sticks, and other plants. Examples are grapevine, pea plant, and bean plant. So these plants do not grow upright. They just grow by taking the support of the other nearby objects like walls and sticks. So these were the various types of plants. So what are the various types of plants we have seen? The various types of plants were trees, shrubs, herbs, creeper, and climbers. Now my dear students, we will talk about the parts of the plants. So we already know what are the parts of the plants. So generally we describe plant as it have stems, it have leaves, it have roots. So but now in 6th class we have divided the plant into two different parts. We have classified the plant into two different main parts, the root system and the shoot system. We have classified the plant into two categories. We have classified the parts of the plant into two categories, that is, one is root system and another one is shoot system. The part which is usually present under the ground, is called from the root system. The part of the plant that is usually present under the ground is called a root system, where the part of the plant which is generally present over the or above the ground is known as shoot system. So the plant which is present under the ground, the part of the plant which is present under the ground is called root system, and the part of the plant which are present above the ground is called a shoot system. Like in this case, in this plant we will see that it will be called as shoot, while this part will be called as root. So what things we can see in the shoot system? Shoot system include leaf, flower, fruit, and stem. So what are the parts of the shoot system? The parts of the shoot system are leaf, flower, fruit, and stem. Whereas what are the parts of the root system? So roots includes just the roots and the root hairs. Root includes your root and the root hairs. So these are the two main parts of the plant. One is shoot system and another is root system. So now we will see about one by one each about the root system and shoot system in this chapter in deep manner. So first one we are going to study is about the root system. So there are generally two types of root present in the plant. So what are the types of root present in the plant? There are two types of the root which are present in the plant. They are taproot and fibrous root. So there are two types of roots which are present in the plants are the taproot and the fibrous root. So first we will see about the taproot. So taproot, in a taproot, there is a only single main root. In a taproot there is single main root which is also called the primary root. There is mainly one root which is also called the primary root, whereas several other roots come out of this main root, which are called lateral roots. Examples of the roots is, example of the taproots plant are mango plant, neem plant, pine, shisham. These all plant contain taproots. These all plant have taproot system. Just we will see the diagram of taproot. So see, you can see this. This is a primary root. This is called a primary root. And see, this other roots are coming from this main root. These roots are called as lateral root. So this is called the main root. Or the primary root, whereas the other branches which come out of the main root is called the taproot. Is called the lateral roots. This is so the root system in which there is one main root, and from that main root other roots branches out. So such type of root system or roots are called as taproot, and plant which contain taproot are mango, pine, shisham, etc. Next type of root is the fibrous root. So one of the points we have to see here, the primary root is the first root that comes out of the germinating seed. So you must know this fact better, my dear student, that primary root is the first root that comes out of the germinating seed. The lateral grow later. So we already know the primary root outcome. The primary root comes out first, whereas the lateral roots come at the later on period. Next type of root is the fibrous root. So in the fibrous root system, pull out some of the grass from your ground. If you want to just see the fibrous root example, so you can take the grass from the ground. And when you will pull out the grass from the ground, you will see that there are several thin roots or hair-like structure. There are several thin roots which are just like thread-like structure. So fibrous roots are just bushy in appearance. The roots are very thin and are almost equal in size. There is no primary root. In the fibrous root. Example of the primary roots are grass, maize, wheat, onion, sugarcane. So there are the many examples of fibrous roots plant we can give. Some of the examples are given here, like the grass, maize, wheat. These all contain the fibrous roots. So till now we have seen the two types of roots. The two types of root which we have seen are taproot and fibrous root. So in taproot, what is the specialty of taproots? Taproots are the roots in which there is one main root that is called primary root, and out of this primary root several branches of roots come which are also called as lateral roots. And what are the example of the taproot system? The example of taproot system are mango, neem and pine. Whereas what are the fibrous root system? So fibrous root systems examples you can observe from the grass. Fibrous root examples system you can observe from the grass, wherein fibrous root, the thin strand-like structure or thin thread-like structure branches out from the roots, which are also known as fibers. These roots in which hair-like structure, thread-like structure branches out are called as fibrous root. Example of fibrous roots are grass, maize, wheat, onion and sugarcane. So you can see here in the diagram, see this you can see thread-like structures are coming out of this plant. This is the sugarcane plant, oh sorry, grass. This is a grass. So this grass forms here, this hair like structure forms the fibrous root. This hair like structure form the fibrous root. Now my dear students, we will just see what are the functions of the roots. What are the functions of the roots? So there are few functions or few special functions of the root. First function is root fix the plant firmly into the ground. What is the first function? That root fix the plant into the soil. What is the first function? Root fix the plant into the soil, and due to only the presence of root, plant stand straight. Due to the presence of only the roots, plant stand straight. Next, root absorb water and nutrition from the soil. Root absorb nutrition and water from the soil. This helps the plant to survive and grow. The root absorb water and nutrition from the soil, and this help the plant to survive and grow into the soil. Next, root hold the soil particle together. Roots hold the soil particle together and thus prevent the soil erosion. Roots hold the soil particle together and thus it prevents the soil erosion, that is carrying away of the soil particles by wind and water. So roots help in a special way. Roots prevent the soil erosion. What is the function of root? Root prevent the soil erosion. Then one more point we will see, that is, did you know what is given here? Desert plant have relatively longer root so that they can penetrate deep into the soil in search of water. So my dear student, there is very fact, when you will pull out the cactus, you will see the root of a cactus plant is very deep into the soil. The root of cactus plant is very deep into the soil. And why it is deep into the soil? As we all know that in the desert area there is no water. As in the desert area there is no water, so roots penetrate very deeper in the soil. Roots penetrate very deeper, so from that underground water they can easily absorb the underground water. So in the search of water, these roots penetrate very deeper into the soil. Okay. Next is the root modification. Next topic, there are two activities just given. So you have to go through that activities and you have to read out once, and I will tell when the activity is to be taken for you. So root fortification, how are roots modified into different ways and how they are useful for us. So in some plants, roots are modified to perform a special function for a plant. In some plants, roots are specially modified to perform some other functions for plant. Let us look some of the special function of roots. Some of the special function of the roots we will just going to see. First, roots are modified to store food. So in some plant, roots become swollen. Roots become swollen and store the food. Roots become swollen and store the food. Example of such plants are carrot and turnip. Carrot, turnip and sweet potato. So in this plants, roots just swell up and they store the food. So example of such plants are carrot and turnip. Next, roots modified to climb. So some of the roots of some plants are modified to climb up the walls. Roots of some of the plants are modified to climb up the plant. Example of such plants are money plants. So you have seen in many of the houses, the people used to specially plant a money plant, as the roots just climb the wall, and they form a beautiful pattern. So money plant, the roots just penetrate into the walls and they climb up the walls, and it looks very beautiful. So roots of money plant are modified to climb. So the roots of the money plants are modified to climb up the walls and etc. Next, roots modified to absorb nutrition. So in the first chapter we have seen about various types of plant, insectivorous plant, and that is saprophytic plants and symbiotic plants. So some of the plants roots are especially modified to absorb nutrition. Roots of parasitic plant absorb nutrition and water from the host plant. What is the host plant? Host plant means the plant in which this parasitic plant grows. What are the host plant? Host plant are the plant in which on which the parasitic plant grow. So roots of the parasitic plants absorb nutrition and water from the host plant. Roots of the parasitic plant absorb nutrition and water from the host plant. Example of such parasitic plant is a dodder. Dodder, Indian pipe, these all are example of the parasitic plant. Next, roots modified to provide extra support. Roots are specially modified to provide extra support. In some plants, like they form the branches. In some plant, roots grow extra to form the branches. In some plant, roots grow extra to form the branches. Like in the case of banyan tree, you have seen that roots just comes out of the branches to provide this extra support, and instead of going downward, they also grow upward on the soil and provides a pillar-like support provides a pillar-like support to the plant. These roots come out of the branches and provide the support to the plant as like a pillar. These roots are also called prop roots. So the roots which provide the pillar-like support to the plant after growing outside of the branches, such roots are called as prop roots. Example of the prop root is banyan tree. Example of the prop root is banyan tree. You can see here these roots are coming out of the plant. So these roots are, when coming out of the plant, these roots are called as prop root. These roots are called as prop roots. Next, roots modified for multiplication in plants. So roots of some plant can give rise to new plant. Roots of some plant can give rise to new plants. Example are Dahlia and asparagus. So we have just seen that by taking roots and when we bury the roots in any other area, from that root a new plant emerges out. From that root a new plant emerges out. So such type of roots are helpful in the multiplication of the plant. Example of such plants are Dahlia and asparagus. So these were the explanation of the root system of the plant. This was the explanation of the root system of the plant. About the shoot system of the plant, we will talk in our next video. This video is divided into two parts. So you have to, after watching the first part only, you go to the second part of the video. Okay, thank you my dear students.